Good morning, everybody. Oh, I got crazy hair going already today. Good morning. Let's get some yoga going. Time to restore ourselves from the weekend's activities. Let's get rolling. Make sure you start your watch. Yoga today is nice and restorative, so take your time, enjoy each pose. Not a lot of crazy stuff today, but some good restorative for cyclists. So let's go. We're going to start with some cat-cows. Get that lower back all warmed up. Woo, here we go. About 5 times in each position. Hold it for about 3 seconds each. Really dig in. A good deep breath each direction. Ooh. Once more. Ooh. We're going to get right up into our down dog. Take your time. Pedal those feet. Stretch that shoulders, the chest down to the floor as close as you can. Woo. Stretch it out. Let that back decompress from a long weekend of riding and running. Ooh, very nice. Ooh, I can already, my heels are starting to come down closer. Pedal those heels a few more times. We're going to take our time with these poses today. So just dig in. From here, we're going to go down on our forearms into dolphin pose. Whew. So this nice stretch for the shoulders and the back. And from here, we're going to slide on down and come up into our cobra. Nice little gentle sequence. Hang out here for a few breaths. Feeling that lower back. Kind of releasing the hamstrings in this position. Whew. And we're going to come up into our first low lunge of the day. And keep your knee down on the back if you like. Just stretching out these quads, these hamstrings. Dig into this. Whew. Deep breaths today, deep breaths. Everybody's got a busy week. Set your mind right. Whew. And let's lean back. Straighten out that front leg. We'll get a little extra hamstring stretch here. And release. We're going to come back up into our down dog. And do the other side. Ooh, pedal down, pedal those heels. A little bit of motion. Ooh, a couple of breaths here. Really try and lengthen through the spine, reaching toward the floor. And now we're down on our forearms, dolphin. Keep pedaling those feet if you want. A little bit of motion. And slide it back into our cobra. Feel that nice stretch in the lower back, a little bit of a back bend, an arch. Feels good. And of course now we're going to come up into our low lunge on the other side. So whichever leg you did the first time, other this time. And again, nothing fancy. We're just hanging out here in our low lunge, stretching the quad on this side, the hamstring and the glutes activating on this side. Some strong poses. A few breaths here. And straighten that front leg out. As you can see, I use all kinds of props around me. I like my walls right here. These are perfect. In the doorway, doing yoga in the doorway, you get all kinds of props built in. Hang on for balance, hang on for support, so that you can concentrate on letting that muscle or whatever area that you're paying attention to, you can really pay attention to that and not focus so much on some of the other aspects, which will come. Alrighty. Then we're going to come to standing very slowly. Work your way up, vertebrae by vertebrae. Roll it on up. Mountain pose. Reach for the sky. Woo, deep breath, feel that belly. Breathe deep into the belly. Make some noise while you're breathing. And we're going to swan dive, front fold. And just let yourself ragdoll hang. Decompress. Use the weight of your body to help mobilize what's going on. Relax. Working on back. Muscles that get crampy while we're riding a lot. Get stiff. Let those arms hang. Swing them a little bit. Get some motion. And we're going to come up slowly. And arms overhead. Mountain. Reach for the sky. Again, breathe deep into the belly. And swan dive, forward fold. Maybe you can get a little deeper this time. Maybe those legs will be a little bit straighter. Feel a little bit deeper pull on the shoulders. It's great. You can use a little bit of motion here too. Pull those shoulders down. 2 more breaths here. And slowly come up. Mountain pose, reach for the sky. Ooh. Definitely need this morning. And one more time, let's swan dive, forward fold. Maybe even start to brush the carpet here this time. Look. Loosen up a little bit. Can touch the ground this time. Woo. The longer we do these holds, the more repetition, the more benefit we see, the more flexibility and mobility we gain. Whew. And slowly rounding up. Last time, mountain pose, reach for the sky, deep breaths, 3 deep breaths into the belly. Whew. And coming down. Now our next little sequence, we're going to do our triangle pose into glasses on here. Triangle to pyramid. So just a quick shift. Get our triangle. Let's take our right foot forward. You can even do side angle if you like that too. Put that knee out for side angle. Triangle. Let's do that. Let's do side angle and dip down. And just hang out here. And straighten that front leg back to triangle. Bend that knee for side angle. Feel that strength coming in. Feel the glute being activated on the right side. And back. Whew. Let's switch it over. So right foot goes straight, left foot goes forward. Triangle to the left now. And my hip just popped. And bend that knee for side angle. Just kind of changing the angle here a little bit as we go. Straight leg. And bend that knee for side angle. Feel a nice stretch in the side body here. Activate those glutes. Strong base. One last time. Straighten that front leg. Triangle. Whew. Arms can do whatever they want. Bend that left knee down for side angle. Whew. And reverse. Whew. Bring it to a standing pose here. We're going to come to the ground. We are going to take a step forward with our right foot, lower down to our lunge. Right leg comes forward, and we're down into our pigeon. Whew. Nice deep stretch here in the hip flexor. You can stay upright, or you can have a reclining sleepy pigeon. I like the sleepy pigeon. Feels good. And just hang out here for a few breaths. Feel the stretch in the quad on the left leg and the stretch in the hamstring and hip flexor on the right. This is the pose I need to do every day. See if you can get a little bit deeper, maybe put the forehead on the ground. Carpet. Whew. Super sleepy pigeon. And slowly coming up, we're going to bring that right leg back to the back and extend. Bring that left knee forward. And now we're on the other side. Whew. Remember, both sides of your body can be completely different. My left leg is always a lot more tight than my right. So I don't know if I can even, yep, I can do my sleepy pigeon on this side. Nice stretch. Deep breaths. Two more breaths. So you can get a little bit deeper. That head, relax that head. Release. Come on up. Slide that left foot backward. Let's take a child's pose real quick to just release all of that. Woo. Forehead to the ground, toes together, knees apart. Breathe into the belly. Restoring our balance for the week. Coming back up, let's find a nice seated position. Let's butterfly those feet. Continuing with our inner thigh stretching here. Take a minute and massage those feet. Kind of move them in a direction that you normally don't. Bend those toes backwards, forward and back. Get that blood flow moving. Massage those connector points right here at the ankle, between the ankle and the calf. That's super helpful. Kind of helps with the tight calves. Ooh, very nice. We're going to lean forward just a little bit. We're going to take it to the right. So we're just going to grab your right foot with your left hand, put your right hand behind you, and just extend over your knee. It's a nice little twist, but also a side stretch. Breathe into the side. Back to center. Bring it down a little bit farther this time. Trying to keep your knees as close to the floor, the mat as you can. We're stretching these inner thighs, but also the lower back, the back side. So trying to keep that spine nice and straight, strong. This is almost akin to a arrow position. We're in this position a lot. We need to make sure we're strong. Come back up. Grab that left foot with your right hand. Left hand behind you. Slight twist and then a bend. You're going to feel this right in that oblique connector. Deep breaths. Release to front, leaning forward again one last time. Grab your toes, maybe lay your forearms on your legs. Allow those hip flexors to release. Back up. We're going to stack our knees, shoelace or cow face, whatever you want to call it. Grab both ankles, put your right knee over your left, grab both ankles, and this is going to stretch whatever leg is on top, the hip flexor on that leg the most. So lean forward just a little bit. And spine straight. We're going to try for an arm bind. Cow face on the legs and a little bit of an arm bind going. Just 3 breaths here. And release. The trick with this is to try and keep both of those sit bones locked onto the ground without lifting the top one. That may mean on the second side, we're on the second side now, it may mean on the second side you're not as deep, your knees are not quite stacked perfectly. You want to make sure that your feet are down on the ground and your hip bones, your sit bones are down on the ground as well. So no leaning and lifting. You want to keep it flat, secure, lean forward just a little bit. Hello, Cinnamon, how are you? And straight spine. We're going to try for the arm bind on the other side. This is my difficult side. It takes a lot of effort. Again, the 2 sides of your body are going to be drastically different sometimes. So just allow that to happen. Be aware of it. Breathe into it and embrace the differences. Whew. Hello, baby doll. My assistant. And release. And let's unwind. We're going to bring our left leg under, our right leg. Just, here, let's do straight. Yeah. We'll put our left leg out straight, right leg crossed over. Let's grab that right knee with the left hand and a nice gentle twist to the right. Whew. A little bit deeper, you can flex and point, flex and point, flex and point. Have that active foot on the bottom, kind of massaging that hamstring all down that straight leg. Whew. And back to center. Let's reverse. Right leg straight, left leg over. Whew. Grab, twist, flex and point, flex and point, flex and point. You kind of feel your hamstring connecting and disconnecting with the floor underneath you. Kind of neat. Excellent. Whew. Our next pose is the bow pose. So we're going to get down onto our bellies, and you may or may not get a deep bow in this. We're going to grab our ankles behind, and this may be all you can do today. Or you may come up, bring your chest and your legs up. Stretching the opposite direction we normally do. Tiny bit of a back bend here. Whew. Breathe deep into the belly. Hang on to it. It's an awkward position, and yet it feels good. You can feel it in the quads, stretching those quads. Whew. And release. Whew. That's one we will work with and expand on. Now we go the other direction. Woo. Next pose. Shoulder stand, and or you could just do a bridge, a high bridge, something like this. You could use a blanket or a pillow beneath you, or you can get all the way up into a shoulder stand. Whatever works for you. I like to use the wall to push off of. Makes it much easier. Nice little inversion. A few more breaths here, whatever option you chose. All different levels. And releasing down very cautiously. There we go. Very nice. I like that pose. Now, we've got a few more fun poses. They're nice and stretchy. We're going to get onto our knees. We're going to do a little bit of a camel pose. So you can take this again at any modification that you need to. You might be able to lay all the way back down on your forearms. This might be all you can do today. We're going to look up, arch the back, touch the toes, a little bit of a back bend. You can be on your heels, or you can also be up here and coming down like this. Lots of variations. I think today I like this one. 2 more breaths. back up very slowly. Always want to be very deliberate when you're coming back up from an inversion. You can get dizzy. We don't want to get dizzy. From here, we're going to take our leg up and see if you can, maybe need some support. Grab that foot with the other hand. Yeah, there we go. Eventually we'll be doing this one standing up. As you can see, there's a lot of balance that goes into these. Some of these work for it. Woo! Well, and that's all I can got on that one. Okay. And let's try the other side. Like this, use the wall for support. And stretch back. Woo! We're stretching that hip flexor in the front, quad in the back. This side is much more stable than the other one. Woo, yoga's all about practicing. Woohoo! Excellent. And release. Woo! And we're gonna come back down onto our backs. Figure 4 on each side. We already did pigeon. This is the modification for pigeon if you can't get all the way down in the front. Figure 4 it. And again, with this one you can do flex and point. Keep the other foot active while you're pulling in, stretching that hamstring on one side and the hip flexor on the other. Multi-purpose. Multi-purpose movements. Woo. And release. Other side. Woo. Point and flex, point and flex. Feel that hamstring working on the up leg. Woo. We've got, I think, 2 more stretches, and then we've got a lengthy legs up the wall session. All right, let's come back up. Whew. And we'll do, let's see, back into our nice low lunge. Right leg forward. And if you like, you can turn and bend that back leg, grab that back leg for a nice quad stretch here. Again, using anything you've got around you for prop so that you can concentrate on that stretch, on the muscle, on the area that needs the attention. And release. Let's switch legs, bring the right leg down, left knee up, our nice lunge, find that lunge. It's all about experimentation. Bend that back leg, let's see if we got it on this side too. Whew, you can put a blanket under your knees if this is too tough on your knees. You can use a block for support. You can use a sofa for support. You can use some stairs for support. We'll do another stair yoga soon, maybe next week. Whew. And release. And let's go back to our cat-cow to finish up before we go to legs up the wall. A few times back and forth here. Really feeling it in the lower back. Whew, very nice. Lots of good stretching today. All right, legs up the wall. our Shavasana. So you want to get your booty up as close to the wall as possible. Lay down. Scooch if you have to. And then roll your feet, your legs up the wall. Your booty should be right up against the wall at this point. And then we're just going to relax. Let gravity do its work for about 10 breaths. You can point and flex if you like, but you can just let your legs do what they're going to do. Let the feet fall apart from each other. You can even take a wide stance if you like. Feels good on the lower back, feels good on the hamstrings, and just let the arms fall out to the sides. Just take a few moments, set your intentions for the week, collect yourself, prepare for the rest of the day. Close your eyes. 10 breaths. And slowly bring awareness back to your fingers and toes. Open those eyes. Breathe deep. Let's release the legs from the wall. Just bend your knees and you come over to one side. Woo. Push up to a seated position. Woo. And you should feel refreshed, ready to take on the rest of the day. Thank you for joining me. Namaste. See you next time. Have a great week.